Hello Acacia class, welcome to week 12 and I would like to share today's story all the way from South Africa. It's called the Wagtail's Necklace. So the wagtail is one of the prettiest and most delicate birds which has lived alongside man for many generations. And the bushmen in South Africa many generations ago lived in the valleys of the Cape. And they lived together dancing, hunting and gathering fruits, painting. They were such a happy and beautiful community. The water was held in the beautiful rivers and the valleys that were in their land. And then one day, everything changed. And the happy people now became so frustrated. Many sandflies, millions of them, thousands, tens of thousands of them, came and invaded their land. And they ate their food, they ate the berries, they beat their men and children, and the pain of the sandflies was so much on their community. And so they decided, and this continued for many months until one day they decided to move out of the land into another place. And as they had gathered their things and were ready to move, their leader was addressing them when he suddenly stopped and looked to the skies and in amazement. So everyone else's eyes were turned to the clouds, and they saw this big dark cloud that was moving and coming their way. And as it got near, they realized that it was a bunch of birds, and they were all coming down so fast. And to their amazement, they were so many and filled their land. And since they were on a journey for so long, they were very hungry, and all they wanted was to eat the sandflies. So for 3 days, all that these birds did was eat sandflies. So these birds were tiny, with a long tail that was wagging. The chests were white and parts of their tail were white. It was such a beautiful bird. And once it had eaten to its full, the sandflies were no more in their land. And the community was so happy, and all they wondered was, what would we do to appreciate these birds? Because they have made us stay back in our place. And so they thought, their women and children wore these beautiful necklaces that were made of ostrich eggshells. And what they did is they decided to make everywhere the birds went, the land that they flew over, they were sure to leave behind a pair of them, a male one and a female one. And so they decided to make a necklace just to appreciate these birds. And so they made two beautiful necklaces and put them on the chest of the birds. But the necklace was so heavy for the birds. Every time they flew, they either got stuck on the branches of the trees or just got scratched and destroyed. But they still felt that they needed to appreciate these birds. And as they were discussing, one of the bushmen said, we have an artist who does a very beautiful job. Maybe we could ask him to paint a necklace on the bird's chest instead of making one that's heavy. And they all agreed and said, brilliant, that's such a beautiful idea. And you know what happened? They went to the artist and said, we would like you to paint a necklace on the birds because the necklaces are so heavy. And so the artist obliged. And so he mixed his colors and got this dark gray color, and he painted a beautiful necklace on the wagtails, as the birds are called. And from then, the birds always wore their necklace because it was painted on them. And to this day, every time you see a wagtail, it surely got its beautiful necklace on its chest. And that's how the wagtail got its necklace.